All right, guys, we got another one here. This is Matthew's truck, a 06 crew cab, long bed, 4-wheel drive Lariat 550. Big old body on the back. Look at this truck. Jesus. Matthew does not want to sell this truck. Everybody wants to buy this truck. It's freaking nice, actually. But I guess it has potential compulsive head gasket failure. I guess it's been done. It's on its third set of head gaskets now. If something's wrong with this block, this truck is worth it. Absolutely worth it. We're going to surface the block, rebuild the engine, and the head gasket issue. This will crank over, and it seems like it builds compression, but it might have a cracked injector. It might have something. Very rarely will I pull a truck in this bay and not at least try to fire it and find out what's going on with it. So we're going to spend a little bit of time with it now. The batteries are brand new, but they're dead, so I'm kind of trying to shock the batteries together, get a little bit of power. It is dual alternator, so if I do get it to start, that dual alternator throws some power at it too. When both of them kick in, they work. Cab off, basically everything we normally do. The driver and passenger seat got a little damage to it, but honestly, it's a clean freaking truck. No radio, but upfitters, brake controller, all that crap, Lariat, power, nice. Need some mirrors on it, oil filter, whatever. We can't really drive it, so I think it was Bulletproof Diesel came out with one a long time ago with a little bottle and a straw and all that stuff. But the concept does work. But I don't mess with all that crap. All you got to do is fill it all the way to the top. Just fill it completely full. See, it's almost full right there. Keep this bottle completely full. And the bubbles should stop. If there's combustion leak at idle, even a little leak, then it'll just continuously bubble nonstop over and over and over and over again. Now, it takes a little patience to go through to be able to make sure that you got all the air out of the system, because you don't want to be thinking that you got bubbles coming up when it's actually just purging air out of the system. And it'll just be nonstop and nonstop, and they keep bubbling and keep bubbling. That's another little kind of hillbilly head gasket test right there. That's only if it fires. Then we'll see if it bubbles and bubbles, and if it does, then that'll say the head gaskets are actually compromised right now, which does not have an EGR cooler on it. EGR cooler's gone. Does it have a puck? Nope, it's got a solid up pipe too. That's freaking cool. All right. Obviously, when this is taken off right here, that says it's been a little liquid courage sprayed in it. I bet we'll know right when we fire it, right when it fires up, because if starting fluid is sprayed into it, you will smell it. I mean, you'll smell it. Once the truck, I don't care if starting fluid was in it and we just took it apart and built the engine and got it all done, you would still smell starting fluid from the exhaust. Got Ford radiator in it. Looks like a lot of that stuff. We'll keep that stuff. Hopefully the harness looks good. We'll see. Got a lot of stuff attached to it. Not sure what kind of wiring is going back to the bed. Anytime we take cabs off, stuff like this, sometimes we actually do consider not taking the cab off and just yanking the engine out. This one's kind of meant to be. It's flat with the front, so yeah, we can get the cab off of that. Went ahead and hooked up oil pressure. Yeah, I got some ghetto setups here, but we're running about 50 pounds of fuel pressure, which is low, but it still should be enough to start the truck. We're building about 60 pounds cranking of oil pressure, so we got oil pressure. I wanted to go ahead and hook the gauges up and check. Let's pull some codes here real quick. There you go, 06, 205,000 miles. Okay, left front speed sensor. Oh my God, left and right front. Okay, so maybe we got something up with wiring or something. Battery voltage, ignition, compass, barometric pressure correlation. We need to look at that. Okay, injector circuit high. Well, we might be looking at hopefully not injectors, but it could be. Airbag open, battery voltage too high. Ooh, I wonder when that was tripped, because I got battery chargers on it now, but it's only taking like 25 amps, so the batteries they were flat dead. Cylinder 1, 4, and 6. 1, 4, and 6. 1, 4, 6, and 7. Okay, so 1, 4, 6, and 7 are circuit high codes. So we don't have any crankshaft codes, so I'm going to go ahead and let those codes stay in. Crankshaft codes will cause you not to run a power balance, but let's just see. Let's go here. And there's a ficking. Let's cycle it off and back on. Let's see how low it drops. No, it's staying high. Might be a logic side failure. Might actually be a completely bad fickum. Got pulse width. No glow plug codes either. Glow plug system's very good at monitoring itself. It's cranking too even. I wonder. Let's check this real quick. Hang on. Even though the compression sounds good, it'll be fine, but it'll show us. It's cranking pretty freaking good. It's slow though. It's cranking pretty good. I mean, we might be looking at, he said it started smoking real bad, which, okay, we're getting set up for a bubble test real quick. I'm gonna run the fuel pump, see if we can't fill it. Flip these over, guys. It actually works once. You can flip it over. Try a bubble test real quick. Let's see what happens. You ready?
Yeah.
Go. Oh, is the key on? The key's on. Go turn the key off, Tanner. Forgot to turn the damn key off.
Good.
Hang on, keep going. Okay, let off. Now wait a minute. Add it again. Okay, whatever. We might be looking at just crap freaking injectors. Circuit high codes, it could be the wiring on the injector is actually shorting out. I've seen that before. The wire will either break and make contact with one of the 4 wires, or it could be inside the FICM. What we probably want to do is just throw a test FICM on it real quick. Well, let's look at EBP volts. Look how high those are. 2.5 volts. That's way too high. So we're gonna have to make a mental note of that. We're gonna go ahead and put a test FICM on it real quick. Let's just see, because I want to hear it fire. If we got to ditch these injectors or ditch that FICM, or right now is the time to test injectors. I don't send injectors off to some Yahoo place that thinks they're going to tell us whether one's good or bad, and then you get those back and one of them's bad when they said it was good. Hell no, no. We got a tester right here. The truck is a perfect injector tester, so let's figure it out. Otherwise, if this thing won't fire with the other FICM on it, I mean, I'm gonna lean real freaking hard for a full set of injectors. Just forget it. Just ditch them. 200,000 miles if they're all original. We'll know when we take them off if they're original, but if they're original, forget it. 200,000 miles, come on. I mean, we're fine. Especially when you're gonna get a new lease on a truck, you know, and start over. You can never go wrong with a full set of injectors. That son of a gun will fire up like a dream at -10 degrees. Yeah, that's what we want. Cac tube's all, it's chewed up. Little bitty hole. Yep, right there. I know they make a metal upgrade. I know they do, but that plastic one fits better and it never freaking blows off. But it gets a hole rubbed in it. So take one for the other. The only bonus to this is it never freaking blows off. So, I mean, it shouldn't blow off. Ours never blow off. I mean, if yours blows off all the time, then you need a new tube or something. I don't know. On a lot of the compulsive head gasket ones, you wind up with the EVP sensor under the bottle corroding and get all nasty. So put an EVP sensor on the list too, because I'm sure it's shorted out. So we'll get whatever, you can't see it. Siliconed it and got green corrosion and crap on it. Yeah. So he's looking at the plug right now. Let's look. Back plug, because actually 1, 4, 6, and 7 is that plug right there.
Bad.
It doesn't look bad. Could have been that FICM. We'll see. FICM. Bad FICM. There you go. That's freaking cool. Sounds pretty good too. Let's see. Actually sounds pretty good. Damn, are we sure we even want to do all this? I think it has compulsive head gasket failure though. Fill that bottle. Yeah, I think these injectors can stay. So, just bought a FICM. What we'll do right now is we'll go ahead and put the old FICM back on again and double check and make sure it wasn't a connection on the back of the FICM. So let's do that real quick. I mean, it doesn't sound bad. The problem is going to be the head gaskets, because if it's compulsively blowing head gaskets, we're going to want to surface the block. We don't even have the bottle on it. But that's nice. We'll have to check ABS too. I mean, who knows? I mean, I guess there's a chance maybe it's both sensors are bad, but 8's kind of dropping a little bit. Doesn't sound too bad. Smoking? Okay, it's smoking pretty bad. Let's put the other FICM on it and let's make sure that that's it. Okay, we took the tester off and put his old one back on. Let's see what happens. There you go. What? You're saying no? Here we go. Done. Okay, so we need to fix them. So, all right, cool. So we got that. Now we can start it and drive it. All right, well, I guess here we go. We got the other fick them in. EVP volts are... Did you unplug the EVP or put a new one in it? Yeah, you didn't touch it. You unplugged it. Oh, yeah, so we got wiring. We got to shorten the wiring. It might be... Maybe get a brake clean and a blowgun and blow out that terminal because it might be shorting out. It's showing 0.12 volts. It should be 0 right now. Okay, let's see what we see right there. EVP focus should be 0. Damn, it's still a little high. So we got, he cleaned the terminal out. It had that green corrosion on it, so it's obviously still... Whoa, hey, what are you moving? No, unplug it. It's shorted out. It's trash. It went to 2.5 volts. Okay, it went to 0, so it was that plug. That plug was corroded, causing connection. So it's not going to have any boost. If you go to try to drive it right now, it's not going to have any boost. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Here we go. Fires up pretty freaking good like that, honestly. All right, you want to test power? Popping a little bit out of the intake. Airbag light is on, so could mean when the cab was taken off before, clock spring. Let it warm up a little bit. We do have some blow by. Bad. A little bit of puffing though. A healthy worn engine should be a steady stream coming up out of there. It should not be puffing like a train. But like I said, it's not horribly bad. But I want to put the cap back on it. Let's see what it builds. Definitely got some noise to it. Honestly, it doesn't sound too bad. We can't drive. I mean, well, I could put an EVP sensor in it, put it all back together to go drive it. Injectors actually don't sound too bad. Really going to be able to test boost. I mean, I can do this, override the EVP and see what kind of boost it actually builds. Let's do this. Let's watch MGP. Focus. Okay, it's at 0, see? Yeah, that's bad. So we got problems. 0.6, 0.7, yeah, that's low. That means turbo needs to be cleaned. I'll go up here, up there, and I'll click on that, make this thing so I can just straight up open and close it. MGP, that's what we're watching. Yeah, it's going up. It's barely going up. I mean, we'll have to see what the turbo looks like when we get it all taken apart. Should be all right with a clean. I don't know though, it's starting to smoke a little bit more. Doesn't have an EGR cooler on it, so. At least I got it to run. It's more than what we had before and it actually sounds pretty freaking good. A little bit of popping out of the intake. We probably could absolutely use a valve job. We'll see if they even did it. I don't know, because they had the heads off. If they didn't service them, we'll service them. If they did service them, we might service them again, depending on how thick the heads are. We don't know. Get ready to go, I guess. Injectors look good. Turbo could be cleaned. Hopefully it looks all right when we get it apart. Battery cable looks like crap. We'll have to do something with that. Oil pressure, almost hot idle. It's about 40 pounds. Seems pretty good. Fuel pressure's shot. Fuel pressure's only getting about 40, 50 pounds. 44 pounds. Not enough, but that's probably in the regulator. It'll be all right. At least it ain't empty. And it's not like building 5 pounds or something. ABS, all that. So I don't know if the batteries will survive. We're pushing a little over 13 volts. We'll see. I'm gonna let it run a little bit longer. Let it run maybe. I mean, the batteries are getting charged. Nothing else. We'll just burn a little bit of this fuel out to get the batteries charged up because they're brand new, so they might stay alive. Coming apart. Me and Julie stayed late last night. We got the underside painted. Remember Matthew, I told you I was gonna kind of hit this and paint this area here. Yeah, we power washed it. All that was loose. It's pretty much, I mean, you know, we're not, like I said, we're not a body shop, but at least we can do is take off all the loose crap. We'll paint it with the same frame paint. We have not washed the frame yet because if it's engine out, there's no use in going through all the hassle of working around the engine. I can take that, all this, look how dirty this is. It's pretty nasty. Bed plate like son of a gun. Bed plate leaking. Looks like all kinds of crap was leaking. Set up for standard size with 2.5 thousandths cylinder clearance. You can go to about 3.5, would be still within spec. Size wise, they look good. Now, as far as oil consumption and actual oil retention, say you're 2,000. So they're all about that. I already went through and barred it over. I checked them all. So they're 3,000ths worn. That's pretty good. Do we want to go ahead and just do a ball hone? We got whiz wheel. Let's see if I can show it, if you can zoom in on it. I have not cleaned the block yet. I haven't done any. I think I wiped it off. I think that's all I did. But you can see all the staining in the cylinders. A lot of that's smooth. I mean, a ball hone keep you from buying pistons, then you just buy rings. There's a lot of damaged spots in the cylinders, quite a bit, but there's pretty much no ridge. I mean, damn near no ridge. See, that's not too bad, but there's a couple. I mean, there's a couple of spots all over the place. I mean, right there's where combustion happens, right up here at the top. I don't really like doing just a bed plate without disassembling the rotating assembly. You don't have an indication of when you tighten that bed plate down. It's hard to tell if you got any kind of hard spot when you're tightening down the mains. You tighten down a set of mains, the first thing you do is spin it. See how it spins, right? Well, when you do a bed plate without taking the rotating assembly apart, you can't tell how it spins. So, you know, I've been actually shearing away from just doing straight bed plate jobs just for that reason. I mean, I've never had any issues, any adverse effects, because I did a crap load of bed plates just like that. And never, ever had any kind of issues come from it, ever. So maybe I'm just overthinking it and who cares, but, you know, I kind of just anymore, I like to, if we're going to go down there and do that, we're going to disassemble it and go through. And, I mean, and that's where this one is a question. Do we go ahead and cut it? I bet you 10 would clean that up. I bet they'd be perfect. And then we got to measure protrusion, and then feeler gauge, right? A feeler gauge is one thing. I mean, we can go and spec it. We're going to do it. We're going to spec it. I'm going to clean it first. I'm going to clean it as if I'm putting the heads back on it. Just real quick. It's quick. A feeler gauge is, you know, width of a finger, little gouge in it where a zip wheel is that some coolant could fit out. Look, you can kind of see it all right there. See it all? There could be a lot of different imperfections that you won't pick up with the feeler gauge because of the width of the feeler gauge. Now, I had like needles or something like that, or something real thin. I don't freaking. And hopefully we can surface it, which I'm sure we can. We can always cut the tops of pistons if we got to, or something. But I haven't done a lot of checking on it. I checked the bore size, and that's all we've really checked right now. Not very many blocks actually fail with feeler gauge, from what I see. I mean, they tend to pretty much stay true. The only time they will not be true is when you start digging in and gouging on it. A block takes more than 4 thousandths to completely true up. You got a really screwed up block. Victor Rhines head gaskets, they were actual Victor Rhines ones. Thermostat was broke. It was actually broke. Now, I haven't had one break like that. I don't know. That's kind of, so I wonder if that was actually blocking the flow, but the fan wasn't running either. Yeah, that's disgusting. Now the question is do we want to gamble that is from a gearbox leak? Seal around here, or seal the pinion, the seal down on the bottom, or whatever. Okay, is it that, or was it the little hole in the cac tube? Charge air cooler was disgusting. It had a gang of crap stuck to it, like probably 3/4 of an inch thick of crap on the charge air cooler of oil. So very well, that gearbox could be fine, and it's just dirty. So that's the, I mean, we could do a gearbox afterwards. I don't think I'd gamble, because that is a high dollar gearbox right there. You're going to drop $1,000 easy, maybe even like 1,300 on it, because at 550, that's big stuff. But I mean, big stuff for what we do. You know, I mean, I know they make bigger or whatever. Oh, broke a freaking stud off. We was talking about exhaust, and it was so freaking rusted. I mean, I heated it up. I wire brushed it. I tried, but it broke the stud off. The stock exhaust, I freaking hate that. I normally bag on aftermarket exhaust, but if you're going to put a set of exhaust on, do it cab off, brand new. You can line all that up. Oh, it's so nice. Oh, you need exhaust put on? Just raise cab. Pump was updated. Turbo VGT solenoid has no ears to lock onto. That's freaking cool. It's pretty nasty. Dual alternator balancer. It's pretty much seized on there. I haven't decided yet if I want to actually separate it or just leave it together. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. It's pretty nasty, right? I mean, you'd agree. It does have certified transmission in it. I don't know which one that is. We'll go ahead and put the numbers on here. 2 injectors had no screens. Let's take a look at them real quick. Have not cleaned them yet. Where are we at? This one. Busted screen. Right there, see it? There should be a screen in there. Like that. Should be a screen. And there's another one. We got a couple of newer ones here. You see the wire loom on it, how it's kind of greenish. They start out as being gray, and then they start getting darker, and then it's oil, you know, oil contaminant. That's like this wire. This wire is white. These coils are white from brand new. Looks like 7 and then 5. Well, no, probably 1, 5, and 7, and I don't know. Number 8 looks a little bit older. Whatever. We're gonna clean them up, but those ones, it'd be nice to, if the wallet allows, you can never go wrong with a fresh set of injectors. But these were, they actually weren't that bad. We wasn't planning on it until we saw the busted screens. Exhaust manifolds, the bolts were all seized in, but we got them all out. Our little machine is moving and working. They clear coat all this. That's actually been clear coated, so it stays clean. It's pretty cool. Yep. Guys are back there busting it. I guess I'm gonna clean this block. We're at a turning point right now. You could call Uncle right now. Well, every time we talk about deck surface, because I can't freaking control the deck surface. And do I really want to put my freaking name on that deck surface right there? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't think so. Cylinder heads are done. Tanner got them done. This is, I guess, is my truck. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna keep it, but we'll see. Heads are done. He's got them all done. We're actually, it's late. It's after hours. Oh, it's too late. Grandson needs to go to bed. It's 9 o'clock. Look, grandson just got changed. That's my grandson, guys. Hi. Got it all done. We'll show more on it later. But getting ready to put it in. Well, we're not putting it in now because bringing grandson to work day. I don't want to paint the block with him here, so. Yeah, that's it. We did go ahead and balance it. Balance it 10 over. Just did rebuild. Surface the head, surface the block, hell with it. Piston protrusion was, I did have one that hit right at 35, so protrusion's good. Recession's a little low, a little bit. We're in, we're in the mid 20s, so it's fine. I mean, it's, you know, it's just, you get a real hot runner if you get them down 15, 16 thousandths in recession on the valves. That valves will run, but it's harder on the head gaskets, and this truck's gonna pull weight. It's 550. I mean, it's gonna work. So a little bit of less compression because the valves, never a bad thing. This is what I would call a short block. That's a short block right there. If I was to buy a short block, that's what would be nice to get. We went ahead and, yeah, I don't know what got in me. It looks pretty cool. It looks like a Tonka toy or something. We did go ahead and balance it 10 over. Though these heads right here, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing these are not someone else's, because these would have been borderline very, I mean, we should have just, I don't know how many we did, but I think we did all, and it wound up being intake seats because the valve job was, whatever. In order to even clean it all up, it had to go way down, so we wound up just putting seats in it. And valves, all kinds of valves. You can see all the new valves. There's new valves everywhere, new valves over there. Freaking whatever. But here it is, though. We're gonna go ahead and do it. It's ours. So this is, we figured, what the heck, we might as well go ahead because it's not worth anything being in pieces. 4-wheel drive, 550 Lariat, climate control, volume, all that on steering wheel. So it's like, man, can't let it die like that. So, yep. So I figured I'd show the deck surfaces. I didn't cut the hell out of it. I didn't, got a little worried. I didn't cut it all the way. There's a couple of spots that concern me, but I think they'll be all right. I mean, it only took about 3.5 on one and 4 on the other to clean it good enough. I mean, granted, look at that. I hate that right there. Oh, I almost took another one off, but we're 32 to 35 on this side, and we're 33. I think 33 was the lowest over there to 35. Actually, I got lucky. None of the protrusion went over 35, the piston protrusion. So that's freaking nice. I mean, because you never know. I mean, well, you do. I mean, we know. I always check it before I tear it apart, but I knew it had about 4 thousandths to cut and be good, and it took every freaking bit of it. I don't sell engines. I don't. I mean, I sell them. Yeah, I put them in the truck. I mean, and we'll build them here, but I'm not a production facility. I'm not going to do that. I mean, you know, you want production facility, then that also means you want production facility price. And I ain't giving you a production facility price because yeah, that's just not what we do here. So, yeah. I don't even remember what the hell I was talking about. The high lift Johnson lifters, that's what I put in here. I think I sent the melting ones back. I don't even want them. I'm gonna reuse the injectors, all of them. And I honestly, I might just reuse the hoses and double clamp them. This is our truck right now, and if somebody does buy this truck, if that hose starts to leak later, I hate to say it, I mean, it's a nice damn truck. You're gonna pay for a hose then, because you're gonna get kind of a little, we actually was, I mean, we don't know about the truck yet. I mean, honestly, I don't know what you guys think. I mean, I know you haven't really seen the interior, but the box, and the box is nice. I'm telling you what, there's no rust on this box. It's got automatic locks on it. He put, Matthew put automatic locks on it. So you push a key fob, and it locks and unlocks all the doors. As long as everything works good, that's good. We put new latches everywhere. Honestly, I'm thinking, I mean, might be a stupid pipe dream. I doubt it. I might just keep it. If I can't get what we want out of it, I'll just keep it, because this will pull a wedge trailer like a son of a gun. Take the box off of it, hook a wedge trailer to it with the long space right there. It'll pull a, yeah, 550. Yes. I'm thinking 32,000 freaking dollars. I mean, don't like it. Good deal. I get to keep it. It'll take 32 grand for me to not want it enough to let it walk away. These were hard to get out, but we got them. The degas tube and heater core tube, they're freaking. Look at the lines. They look pretty good. We painted them. Those are not new lines. They're not new. We just put some paint on them, cleaned them all up. Hell, I even took the bracket off and cleaned the bracket and painted the bracket. The whole thing actually looks brand freaking new. Even the little clip, look at that. Even the little clip is brand new. But that is not new. That's the old crap. Rockers seem to be all right. I'll look at them real close when we get down to 0 hour and I have to have them. That's the best time to do it.
That's how we roll around here.
Yeah, that's how we roll. All right, guys, it's like freaking freeze time. It's -10 outside. We got a 550 going right there, but it's freeze out time. Look at this filter. We've been doing nothing but bringing trucks in, throwing battery chargers on it, changing fuel filters. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Holy crap. Damn. Come on, Jesse. That's on Jesse right there. Yeah, got to treat the freaking fuel. But it's okay. I mean, you know, we you don't need to treat it. That's horrible though. That's bad on injectors. Holy crap. All right, here, let me turn it. There, you can kind of see it a little bit. That's freaking nasty. You know, I guess it's cold weather. Haven't seen it like that. This is Mike's truck. Gelled up. Yep. We did this one quite a few years ago, but thought I'd show it. Just gelled up, fun little video. Well, let's look outside real quick. Hang on, so we can see what's going on out here. It's freaking frozen tundra land. We've been moving trucks around and trying to get them. They're moved all over the place. Pushing all the trucks in, ungelling them, washing them off, getting them clean, filters, and treat the fuel, and let her go. All right, here we go. Let's do a cold start. This is our old truck. It's probably been sitting for, I don't know, 3 weeks. Probably it's negative something. Here I'd video this to show, I mean, I didn't plug it in. And honestly, they got about 250,000 miles on these injectors. 17 degrees, but it's colder than that. Oil's at 11. Exhaust gas is 23 degrees. Oh crap, battery volts are 10.5. I bet it's gonna click. Let's go for it. Holy crap. It's not happy. Let's get it outside. It's gonna fog up the whole barn. It's manual, so I can just granny creep it out and not really put a load on the engine by shifting it into gear. Wow, that's not bad. It's a little messy. It's not, look. Cup holder's kind of shaking. Kind of sounds like shit's about to fly out of the engine block. She definitely is not sounding happy. She's quiet. I mean, she's quiet. Kind of like injectors are so freaking cold. They're barely running. But it sounds pretty good. I mean, it's smoking like a champ. Sounds pretty even. No popping or nothing, just run it. I guess it survived. pull her out and go for a drive. Look at this. But they all, I mean, it's actually, the thing might have said 17, it's in here, but it's cold. Been probably 3 years since I put an alternator on it. It does have an O'Reilly's new one. A 1 out of 20 will be rock solid. I mean, it's an O'Reilly's, a new O'Reilly's one. I mean, it might take you 15 tries, but eventually you'll get a good one. Sitting there for a minute, 114. I mean, it's actually not bad. I don't think it leaks anything, like nothing. It used to. Crankcase ventilation box on the valve cover actually broke. It made it 850,000 miles. I don't know, a piece of junk. Let's see if it gels. A couple miles away, 150 degrees. Guess we're not gonna gel. I'm just waiting for some music. See you later, guys. Good luck. Putting together our truck here. I don't know what one it is, but I'm trying to figure out that there's some stuff that's not available no more, basically. Rear head plugs. Okay, you guys do, like before you send your heads off or something like that, I'd almost take them out and keep them with you. The O-rings, I think I found them where I can get them at. You can't get them from Ford no more, but we're basically ordering everything we've got and trying to find something that works. I mean, I know regulated return will do it too. Thought about maybe, I don't know, I might do something little with that. I don't know. Debating on it, but you know, there's not enough time to do anything. I mean, we could tap it in and run it back in and call it an injector vent line or something like that. You know, we could do that. I don't know, I'm debating on it because, I mean, it could be just as small as like a fat brake line or something like that. The biggest brake line they got, you know, and hell, if you bend it right, it could go up. As long as it don't touch nothing, that'd be the problem. It'd be better to go in the valley, go up in the valley and go to it, but I don't know. So I'm held up on it. We got a couple things done, you know, but cleaned up the harness. Well, actually, I'm kind of killing our boneyard on everything. I mean, we retaped everything up. I got everything connected. This is not a new harness, but you know what? That's a new harness. It's all the connectors are there. And it takes time to do that. It's just a pain. I mean, even stuff like that, I taped up that stud so it don't break off. You can take it off and on. You know, right? And it's actually good. Which, the amount of time. Now, the engine harness, we did make a deal. We made a deal and bought the harness from the last truck, so I went ahead and bought it. Now, yeah, we went ahead and bought it. That kind of, now the thing that sucks is I really don't want to cut the freaking crank sensor wire because they made it too long. They put the splices in it. They already did a splice on the crank wire. I mean, it'll be all right. Just take the shielded, the ground, whatever, the shielded wire, and just run it around and tape it up like they probably did. But I'd like to stagger all the cuts and make it look. Basically, all I'm gonna do is probably retape from this leg here because it's a new harness. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll get crazy and go ahead and tape up a new harness. Just tape it again, put another layer of protection on it so that it'll last, like, you know, forever. Because this is new. I mean, this has everything. So go ahead and take way too much time to go ahead and put that son of a gun back. How I don't know if I'm gonna tape it or not, because you know the goal would be keep oil off the harness and it'll look good just like that without having to tape it. This is a dual alternator truck too, so belts, I mean, I can't get belts for it. There's no more belts, so that sucks. I'm gonna have to probably go with, I don't know, I mean, we'll see if Continental sells one, but I know I can get a Gates one here in like 5 minutes. The building's condensing. It's dripping because it's warm in here. There ain't even rain, it's clear skies. What did I do to this damn thing? I mean, Julie says we can't keep this truck. She said we can't keep it. Kind of a drag, kind of a bummer. It is a manual shift, manual transfer case, 4-wheel drive too. That's pretty cool. Lariat manual floor shifter, 4-wheel drive. That's pretty cool. No shift motor to mess with. Rear head plugs, that's what's holding me up. That's why I mean, I have some. I mean, I do. I mean, I got some. You can't buy them no more. I have a flat washer like that. I mean, you can use all kinds of stuff. I know you can use all kinds of stuff, but I would like to basically secure so that this is not a problem with us anymore. So that's what I'm doing right now. What I'm thinking now is we're probably gonna, I want to seal the back with a crush washer too. All right, we're pretty close.
Got to put the fan on. I did put the old Y pipe that was on it. It's actually not ours. Turbo kind of looks like it's a little shaky too. So if this turbo doesn't survive, we'll go ahead and put our Y pipe and up pipe, all that on at the same time. No big deal. But figured I'd go ahead and get the life out of this, because this Y pipe, it is a aftermarket something, but figure we'll get the life out of it. I mean, whatever. But let's see, we got everything's pretty much pretty busy on the front with the dual alternator, but look around. Yeah, it's not bad. Had to buy a new line, AC compressor. There's all kinds of. Well, Matthew bought that. Yeah, put sealant on there. I don't like it wet. Obviously, I mean, we did go ahead and leave the injectors, put new glow plugs, new wires. Everything else is just pretty much the same shit we always do. We just take all the lines apart. I did put a O'Reilly's block heater cord on. I think Ford ones are just too damn expensive. Had to go through the boneyard. Oh, I did fix the wire too. This is from a South Dakota engine harness, so got that put on, and now we're just go and put it all together. Drop the cab down. Well, I'll put the fan on and get the cab down, and I don't know that there's any much other stuff we got to do. Replaced all kinds of crap here, so anything else, who knows. We had to put a new EVP sensor. Yep. So there you go. 550. It's all done, getting ready to go. So anything else we did? I'll just walk around a little more and look at it, because I'm thinking too, looking around, like I forgot to put the rear block ground on right here. Put that on. I always catch stuff. Basically, once I walked around it for 3 or 4 minutes and I haven't found anything that I forgot, then it's time to go down. But I just found something. Oh, I did put different plugs in. I used a crush washer, guys. I know. It's just a regular M12 by 1.5. I mean, it's a regular old hitch. So I went ahead and did do crush washer. I know they have them now, but those, I mean, honestly, those freaking plugs, they went up. They're 10 bucks a piece. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Those are cheap. Of course, we'll see if they burn me in the ass. I don't know. If they start leaking, whatever. If they start leaking, I'll fix them. At least we can put a hex head on it. Maybe. It's gonna be a pain in the freaking butt to get to, for sure. Pain in the butt. But better than being I mean, there's still 6mm in the middle too. That's what's pretty cool about it. So we found some, and we can get those. We don't have to go anywhere. They can be here quick, so that's good. We'll go ahead and try those out. I did put some double hose clamps on, because these hoses, honestly, this hose looks good. Look at this hose. I mean, you can't really feel it, honestly, whatever, but they're not in bad shape. So I double hose clamped them, both of them. Hell, I even put 2 on this one down here, because that one likes to leak too, because we didn't buy new hoses for that either. The hoses never freaking break. I mean, almost never. I mean, only if they rub on something, but they always leak at the connections. So I'm gonna try this right here, because this is our truck. I ain't got no customer to answer to. Double hose clamp it, so I'm gonna probably last forever until it needs to be taken off, and then buy a new one. One freaking nut we didn't paint. That one. It's already coated. It's the only thing that didn't get painted. We'll go ahead and leave that like that. Everything else, I don't know if you can tell, we paint all the bolts, everything. All the bolts are all clean, painted. Clean it all up. Might as well. Even down here, look. Even the AC compressor bolts, all that stuff. All the bolts are already painted. It's kind of nice. These are the cheap up pipes with a stamped steel right there. And if you look, I bent it. Whatever, you can't tell. But yeah, when exhaust manifolds look pitted like that, yeah, I put a thin skim right there. Just thin. I don't know if you can tell, that's really freaking thin. Kind of oozed out a little bit, just to fill the pits. Otherwise, you're looking at, I mean, you know, that works. That works freaking great. And it comes right apart. And it wire brushes right off real easy. So there's no harm, no foul on that. Just using that as sealant.
All right, guys, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing up. We got Matthews, now 205,000 miles. Hang on, I'm trying to get situated here. Okay, now I got it all done, but we do have a problem. We got 3 injectors, injectors 1, 4, and 7. 7's a little high, 1 is the worst, the lowest, and 4 is next. So we got a couple injectors that didn't make it. I did use those, and we got low boost. So something's up with the boost, who knows. I got about 60 miles on it. My hand's kind of trying to keep it clean. But I got the key on right now. Let's just do cold start here, see what happens. Ready? Here we go. I fill the coolant all the way up for the first couple of drives. You can see how much air it's gotten out of it because I fill it all the way up to the top and go for a balls to the wall drive. They never puke all the way full of coolant. If your head gaskets are good, it won't puke all the way full. I like to leave it full because it makes sure there's no bubbles. I mean, I guess it ain't too bad, but there's a couple injectors that are shaky and it's a little low on boost, but other than that, it's got 50 miles on it. I was sitting here just driving this thing, thinking about it. It's got, the boost is kind of crap. It doesn't, I mean, it'll boost up. Here, I got a little grade coming up here, hang on. Yeah, I mean, it'll boost up, but it ain't right. I mean, something's messed up with it. But we got a couple injectors that I think aren't throwing enough fuel at idle. Here, let's see some boost here. I mean, we can build some, 25, something like that, but the lag is horrible, so something's wrong. But I was sitting here driving down thinking about it. This is a 550, right? It's got 488 gears in it. At 75, I'm pushing 2750 damn near. Front tires are a little shaky. Steering wheel shot. But I was sitting there thinking about this engine, right? It's this is the same rods, same crank, same block. The intake valves were freaking destroyed, and they actually, but I don't want this thing to kind of, I guess, be pussyfooted around. I mean, let's just put this sucker in the wind and let her roll about 2,900 RPM. Just let her sit there and roll 550, 488 gears at 80 miles an hour, just letting her eat. I'm not in the pedal very much though, but I don't know. I mean, the high RPM trucks, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like these, depending on what platform they get put in, these engines get an attitude. They get a personality, you know. So like, I was just driving this thing in and I figured I'd show it. I mean, like right now, see, it's not, I mean, I'm just to the point before it'll downshift. If I push the pedal any harder, it's going to downshift. And I mean, I should be pushing way more boost than that. I mean, yeah. Oh well. Well, I forgot to tell you. Okay. I did put the Hercules tune in it because I can put those in real easy, quick and easy. So I went ahead and threw Hercules tune in to break it in. But I also did screw up. I was thinking about it. First time I ever did it, I ran an air hammer down with the downpipe loose. Broke a bunch of stuff off. Broke a bunch of stuff out. I probably didn't get it all out. Normally we cut them off, but it's my truck. Let's experiment, see what works. I think I need to get the thermal imaging camera and see if knocked a bunch of stuff loose and actually clogged the freaking muffler with parts. But you know what, if I did, I mean, it'd be survival of the fittest. Let these pistons break in, getting a little freaking hot. Let's burn them in a little bit. I mean, not too much. I mean, I'm not in the pedal very much. I'm not working it hard, but I am spinning some RPMs. So I'll throw a little boost in there every now and then. But yeah, I just didn't want to break it in nice and easy. Not completely easy. I mean, it hasn't went under 2,500 RPMs in about 9-10 minutes. It's just sitting here. So normally I don't do that. I mean, 373 gears, 3/4 ton single wheel, whatever, 1 ton single wheel. They'll be down in 1,700 range right now. I'm almost 1,000 RPM lower. So yeah. Here, let's go ahead and give her a little bit more. I mean, she seems to be taking it. She seems to be good. She seems to be happy. I mean, anything can change in a second, but as I'm sitting here right now, everything seems good. All right, guys, let me fill up some stuff. Hang on. Kind of like a Monday ritual. Got to go in. Everything all evaporates. Came in a little early today. Everything evaporates, so we got to fill everything up. Yeah, just a Monday morning here. Okay, we've been extremely BSing around. Right now, Larry is finally freaking up. Holy crap. Let's see. Look at everything we've kind of screwed up and wasted. Well, not wasted, but we had a bunch of time wasted. That's for freaking sure. But here's Larry's block. Got it back. I mean, honestly, it's okay, I had a sleeve put in it. We had a sleeve put in it right here. Right there. It didn't get all the way at the bottom. I'll have to show that when I'm actually putting the short block together. I'll show it. We had to actually do a little doctor into it. I mean, the only other option on this block right here was throw it away, and we have totaled out 2 trucks because we could not find a block. Not a block that I would say, you know, I mean, this one, it's cut about 15 over right now, and we had it thermal blasted. It's cleaning day. Honestly, it's Monday. We got a used car lot truck right there that, yeah, injectors. But this is what happens. I don't know if you can really tell. That's freaking disgusting. This is the end of we just pulled out the 550. And, I mean, it's clutter. I can't work like this, guys. I can't work like this. I don't know about anybody else, but there is just stuff, I mean, literally all over the place. I mean, down to the freaking... Okay, so Larry is up right now. Let's look at what condition Larry's is in right now, because it has been outside. We have all his used parts, old parts. We put them in totes in the back, tape that they should be good to come out. We do have a lot of the work already done. Crossover too. Look at that, Darian hooked it up. I mean, valve covers. I mean, everything's all done. Rocker boxes. Larry, I know it seems like we've been just BSing. I know it sucks, but we did everything all the way to the point where it should go pretty fast. And Tanner does have the cylinder heads done. They're done. They're ready to go on. The crankshaft, I don't know which crankshaft. We've got 2 of them. I'll have to look at it. That's Meadows right there. It's done too. Meadows crank is done. Meadows block is pretty much done. I still have to machine it, but inside of here, this is Larry's too. Frame's already painted. Everything's already done. Power washed. Hell, I even got engine mounts all freaking clean and brand new. So, you know, we did, I mean, we even take it apart. We clean this up. In order to clean this tube, you got to take this off. You got to take the core support off, which it's not that big of a deal. Don't take that long. Whatever. Go ahead and do it. The cab's ready to come off right now. I mean, I don't even think there's any bolts in it. Remnants. So this is why, you know, when I get done with one job, we got to take another. I almost need a day. You know, like one day just to go through all this, get it gone, so that when Larry's comes in, all of Larry's short block parts are over here. His upper oil pan, front rear cover, all that stuff, and then all his full dress parts will go over here, out of the truck, and, you know, then we can focus on Larry, and then quality repair is 100 times better. That's what I'm getting at. You know, I can focus on this truck. I'm not that guy that can step over bull crap all over the place just because I'm in a hurry to get this truck done and work with pulling my freaking hair out. Yeah, that doesn't appeal to me. So we're going to take a day, clean this up, and then, well, I'm not taking a day, actually. We're going to go back and work on Larry's block. We're going to actually work on Larry's today, but nothing in the shop is going to look like it except back in the back. So this put us ridiculously, I mean, I hope Larry's not upset. I hope not, because, I mean, it was waiting for 5 months to get that sleeve put in. Yeah, so just chew on that for a minute. That's enough to kind of make you want to, I mean, once you commit to going somewhere, I mean, you're stuck. You're there, right? I'm not going to be that guy, that freaking, because I mean, it's, everybody knows where it was at. So, you know, whatever. It's, I'm sure it's absolutely beautiful. Let's get up, dust ourselves off, get this thing cleaned up, get it ready. Let's look at the old girl outside, because she makes me a little mad. Her right there. Oh, girl. Dang it. It's, got about 85 miles on it. Damn, the bottom's all boost. And I'm over it. I mean, that actually turned into our truck. It's not yet, which, I mean, I think I'd like Matthew to come drive it once before anything definitive is done. Matthew needs to drive this truck because, I mean, it is still his truck. It's his truck. We have not paid. I told him I don't want anything to do with money until we get the truck done. We're going to get it all the way done. And then basically Matthew is the one that gets absolute first dibs with anything that has to do with that truck. So, but, you know, we're invested in that, so he's not going to come just turn the key and drive away with that son of a gun. That ain't going to happen. That's my truck. But it's still his. So, who knows? But I'm kind of over it because we just now did what I asked everybody else on the lot to do, which is, holy crap, get hit in the head with a brick. You got to rebuild the whole engine. You know, everything's all done under the hood, but the boost is low. We put an old shaky freaking turbo that was on it, and it's all pitted and screwed up. I think. Darian did the inside. I don't know what the inside actually looked like. I didn't see it. So I'm like, ugh. I got a Power Max that I've been rat holing. Either I'd run out of talent or I'd actually keep it on the road. Kind of got my stamp on. Ooh, that was good. My stamp on them. We're all just trying to live here, and if somebody don't like it, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, I'm doing the best we can. And honestly, the shop has almost grown to a point where I got to get it back to where it's enjoyable because we get behind, but that's good. That's freaking awesome. I appreciate everybody, all of that, all this blessings that we've been given. Because I mean, we got another one from Oklahoma, cab off lifter job dropped off. Julie quit telling me about them. I don't even know when they're here, when they're coming or anything like that. I guess she hasn't told me about them for years. They just show up. And, I mean, what is the measuring calculation you use to find out if someone actually is the best? What kind of algorithm are you calculating to figure that? There ain't no such damn thing. I mean, it doesn't freaking work. Everybody in the whole damn planet's got their own little attribute that makes them better than everyone else. You know, but there ain't a single one that's all full rounded. So that's why I say a lot of that. But, you know, I mean, we're going to hold a candle to anybody. I mean, I'd say that, right? I hope so. You know, I mean, just sometimes a lot of the comments on there, a lot of this YouTube stuff, you know, I don't monetize this YouTube thing. And, you know, I'm kind of, as a business-minded sense, that right there is it's not a good business decision not to monetize. It really ain't. It's like I'm leaving not a lot of money. I mean, we're not talking a lot, but I'm leaving something on the table that I could be grabbing. So, you know, and then you get them internet ninjas on there, and I'm like, man, I don't even monetize this thing. This is just so that the customers can see, and honestly, so everybody else can see what kind of work we do put out. It gets deep when the pressure is high, because I can't make it perfect. I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. I don't know what perfect is. You know, and sometimes when we get done with a truck, the expectation is perfection. And I'll tell you what, it's going to give me a freaking heart attack going through this shit when we're dealing with $20,000 bills. You know, tossing around 20 grand here and there, like boom, 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 here, you know, and feel like a damn insurance company playing the damn numbers. You know, my clock ain't been punched yet. You know, but when you do enough sheer numbers, I mean, the clock is ticking. We've never had an oil pan failure in an engine of ours. Never had a, you know, call it an oil pan failure, right? Because it ceased to contain all the components of the engine, so the oil pan failed us. Right, I haven't had one of them yet. And we're starting to amass quite a few engines running around. It's pretty cool when I see them going down the road, and I'm like, oh shit, we put pistons in that. You know, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's humbling, kind of. It's also scary and shit, because I'm like, man, I hope they hold on. Like, oh my goodness, I don't want to go, oh. Because, you know, I mean, what kind of, honestly, pardon my language, what kind of dick move would that be? Somebody spent 20 grand and 1 year and 1 month outside of warranty, it chucks a rod out. Am I really going to be that guy to stick him like that? You know? I mean, ask around. I don't know. Have I been doing that to people? I mean, you know, banging my own drum ain't something I really like doing. That's why I say whatever. You know, I'll let y'all son of a... That's why when people say... I'll let y'all decide who is capable of what and who you would like to invest your time and effort into. You know, because there's a lot of people out there that claim I call them the Facebook shops. You know, there's all kinds of Facebook shops out there. Boy, they're awesome. The guy had stripped out his oil drain plug, and the guy came, fixed his oil drain plug, and now all of a sudden he's getting 47,000 reviews on Facebook saying that this guy really stands behind his work. And we get a lot of that. You know, I mean, I swapped out engine blocks before. There's on video. I mean, I don't know how many videos there are now. There's a ridiculous amount. So there's so much information on there. Nobody's going to actually remember everything. I don't think it's physically possible for everybody to see all the content that we have. Which, I mean, and there's a point. Honestly, what I'm getting at is sometimes it gets a little old. You know, okay. Now I'm not going to lie. Us having the live feed at the shop, there was a couple instances where us, because we had that live feed, it actually cost us time and money, right? And on Chris's truck, it actually did. There were quite a few instances, and you know, it just, which is fine. It's fine because that's what it's there for. But you know, it sure does make me take a mental note of policies and how we handle things.
It's cold, right?
All right, fires up. Sounds actually like full set injections we just put in. Fired up pretty quick too. We're gonna go drive it and see if we can get it to die again. Hopefully it doesn't. So we're gonna take this over, drive over to George's. George's got a tire machine, alignment machine. He does all that stuff, and it's close. I don't do anything with tires. I George do all that. So we got a couple trucks over there. There's one we need to look at. We're gonna go over there right now and show you. Okay, this is about IPR valves and motorcraft filters. If this video cuts right to George's, then you know that it was IPR valve. Give it a little, make sure the cat boots will stay on. No flutter either when the turbo let off. That's good. F550 right there. Anybody know about that 550? That'll throw right there. George actually decided he was going to do the investment and put injectors in that truck. So he kind of. But now let's take a look at that truck real quick. Now this is way bigger than ours. What? This is George right here, guys. He tires, and I mean, he does alignment, car, truck, right?
Yep, same difference.
This thing, let's go look at it. See if it hot nose starts. It's 550 if you guys don't. I don't know if you remember or not. This is Lariat 4-wheel drive crew cab 550. There's like $250 freaking dollars worth of paint. That stuff's expensive. That is body shop, kind of. It's kind of body shop. It's body shop paint, but it's in a rattle can. 84 degrees. So it's cold. George put a full set of injectors in it. This is 20 over, balanced rotating assembly, got a certified transmission in it, right, from somewhere. Road Ripper 2. It shifts good. If you look down the engine block, look down inside of there. All right, stay close, let's see how it fires up. Got it. Right there.
He must not have put it on.
Must have been that guy that put injectors in his truck. Dang it. Okay, that's I started clear coating the plastic. That looks good, doesn't it? It does. It looks good. It's dusty, but it looks good. Vent shades to put in there. Look at that. You got the whole hookup. Let's see if it starts. Fresh engine, fresh turbo, engine harness, injectors, balanced rotating assembly. Heck, make an offer. This is a manual shift. That's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of, you know, the electronic shift motor, you don't have none of that. I mean, got 19.5. This is the first vehicle I ever owned that had 19.5s on it. I didn't own it very long. George owns it now. But if one of you guys buy it, I mean, he's going to give me a couple bucks. If one of you guys buy it, so help us out. Yeah. Somebody want to make an offer? That'd be cool. Just make an offer. I don't know. Tell me what you think it's worth. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did you see it's got a new turbo on it? Like new. It's a stock replacement new. Garrett. And look at the engine harness. Wow, you can't. It's so put up you can't even see it. New harness, new hoses, new radiator, coolant pump, fan clutch, injectors. I mean, what more could you want? We've been kicking around whether or not to even keep the box and just sell the truck. I mean, if somebody has any ideas, you know, make an earth roamer with it or something, if somebody has that idea, you know, make an offer and us keep the box, right? I mean, it ain't married to the box. It also ain't married to that orange light on top. I about hate that damn thing. And then imagine the fender flares and the front all painted white to match the truck. Yeah, that'd be freaking cool. That look really good. No radio, bring your own radio. Rubber floors in a Lariat. That's hilarious. Got the brake controller, upfitters. Yeah, you can talk to George or comment on here or something. Ashley Automotive, that's where we're at. What's phone number?
816-229-1255.
Look at that, he popped it off like a salesman.
Yeah, there you go. 10 years of the same number.
Airbag lights on, which clock spring or that's actually, we can remedy that for sure. I haven't done a lot of diag. If you go back on the other videos of this, which I might just throw this up, and then I've got the other videos for us doing this entire job. Matthew lost his job right when the cab was off and the engine was getting ready, was on the stand. He lost his job, and we pretty much assumed the truck from there. So a lot of stuff got overlooked because it was just going back and sitting in the pasture. I was not willing to put the money. I'd already rebuilt the engine, harness, turbo, all that stuff, and the injectors was the last thing left, and I didn't have time to do it, and I didn't want to invest any more funds. I'd already had 15 grand in this truck, so that's what I had in cash, right? So yeah, George went ahead and said, heck, I'll go ahead and run with that, and I'll throw a couple more bucks at it. I said, well, okay, here you go. Heck, it's all done, and like I said, it's for sale. Anybody want to make an offer? Easy there, easy. Cool. You see the Super Duty back there? What, he had some brakes and tire, whatever. I mean, we bounce around. I let George do a lot of stuff for us. You don't like it? Don't bring your truck to me. George does a fine job. I ain't worried about what he does. So,
I'll be back.
yeah, get to work. Let's see. Let's see that. All right, we're gonna drive this over. Tanner's gonna drive Elliot's. Good deal. I don't think I centered the steering wheel. George got it centered. I don't remember if I did or not. So I guess the clutch isn't all the way out. I am driving it. I haven't hammered on it though. I know it won't take, it couldn't take the hammering on it from the beginning before. The brakes were locking up on this thing. That's what we kept running into. I mean, the back first and then the front locked up, and it was just pain in the butt. pretty good that it rolls like a dream right now. 10 pounds, still not slipping. 20 pounds, still no slip. No, it's not slipping that bad. Yeah, it'll roll. So it's not as bad as I guess I thought it was. Really though, this is what the big change is. You can go and roll the windows down right off the bat. That's freaking cool. I mean, coming from a non-power window truck to be able to just roll both windows down in a standard cab's really nice. Yeah, that's kind of a necessity. We did add the power windows to this. Power door locks are still not figured out yet. We've just been too busy. We haven't had a lot of time. This is a nice freaking truck though. We don't have the shift boot yet. That needs to be something custom. I mean, there's something, I don't know. We haven't decided yet. This is nice. Pretty fun to drive too. A little squirrely on those brand new tires. A little squirrely. So far, so good. They're all still running. Right on. All right, we would like to thank you for watching.